going to be talking about how to design your premium packages. And the first thing I want to talk about is that creating premium packages, it's a journey. What do I mean by that? Creating premium packages is not something that you're going to do once and it's going to be perfect and you're going to offer that to every single client for the rest of for the next couple of months. No, most likely what you design today, what you design over the first week, what you offer to your first couple of clients is going to change as you speak to more clients, as you get more knowledge. You can add things, you can take things out, you can add new elements. So I don't want you to get hung up over you're trying to create the perfect thing right now. No, I want you to follow the structure that I'm going to give you. Put your thoughts down on paper. As always, I'm available to help you, to guide you through it. But remember that it's a journey and I want you to enjoy the journey, right? So, in a couple of months, you're going to look back at your first package that you designed and think, oh, wow, look at how far I've come. But don't let imperfection stop you. The second thing is take imperfect action. So that's very similar to the mindset of it being a journey. Taking imperfect action, I've said this a number of times during our calls. What that means is that no matter how your packages, please go ahead, offer it to a client, go ahead, speak about it, go ahead, promote it. Because it's when you have those engagements with clients that you're going to be able to perfect it, right? So don't, and in a traditional business, let's say you were in farming, if you wanted to change your crops from, say, tomatoes and you wanted to suddenly start growing onions, if you find out after you've sown your seed and watered and planted and everything that actually you don't want to plant onions anymore, it can be potentially disastrous for your business because you may have missed the season for planting tomatoes, or you may have missed the type of fertilizer or manure that you need to get a bumper harvest, right? So you have to be very calculated and you have to be very specific about exactly what you're going to do. That's not how it is in online. That's not how it is when we are creating premium packages and we are coaching. You have complete flexibility to change things around, like I've done today. This is not what you guys were expecting me to be training you on in Module 3, but I've shifted things around based off of feedback from you and based off of where you all are in your journey. So the package I created several weeks ago is not in the same sequence as I'm delivering it today, if that makes sense. And then the next thing is that the simpler, the better. So I've given you a handout. If you haven't done so, either during this call or after, download the handout about the 30 elements you can include in your package. Now, I do not want you, because you're trying to over-deliver and give value to your clients, to give them all 30 elements. No, we want to make it simple. We want to make it, think about your clients when you're creating your packages. If something doesn't make sense, if something that doesn't add perceived value, there's no need to add it. And I'll go through this in a little bit more detail when we actually talk about that handout. But just keep in mind that the simpler, the better. Your clients want to get from A to Z. If there's a sequence that's going to take them 10 steps to get from A to Z, and you can come up with another one that takes them 5 steps to go from A to Z, it's most likely that they're going to prefer the 5-step version versus the 10-step version. Or if you're going to give them a lot of things to do that might overwhelm them, they might prefer the simpler package. So just keep your clients in mind as you're creating your signature programs. Now we're going to talk about what it is. What is a signature program? What is a premium package, right? So a premium package is a package of services where you provide the highest level of impact, right? It's a big transformation that you have to offer. It's a big, bold claim. Why would we want to offer a premium package? So if you are offering, so all of you are in this program because you are moms or dads and you want to create a lifestyle where you can do what you love, but do it in just a couple of hours and have time for your family, your kids, whatever it is that you want to spend time on. So you won't be able to do that if you coach one-on-one and you exchange time for money, because then you'll be limited to 24 hours in a day, right? However, and a lot of times in the one-on-one module where you are coaching clients maybe per hour or per day, and your client could maybe drop out of the course, 1 week and not show up the next week, it's very difficult to give them a powerful transformation because you don't have enough time. You don't have enough time to take them to the full sequence of the solution that you think is going to give them the result they're actually looking for. So let's say somebody wanted to lose 30 pounds because they're getting married and they want to look their best for their wedding. I mean, if you were to coach someone like that in maybe 2 sessions over a week, they're obviously not going to lose 30 pounds in a week's time. And so they might walk away if they decide they don't want to work with you anymore. They might walk away thinking that you're not such a good coach or your system wasn't successful. But actually, if only they'd committed for long enough, if they'd followed through the whole system, they might have achieved results, right? So if you, instead of creating a one-on-one, if you created a premium package that was 2 months, 8 weeks, or 3 months, and they had to commit to the entire duration, and it had all the elements that you think is going to make them successful, they are more likely to get the result they're looking for. And that's why I created this program to teach you guys how to offer that straight out of the bat, right? Because this is how, even though you are brand new to coaching, even though you've never done this a day in your life, your clients will get results, your clients will get transformations, will come back and give you powerful testimonials, and you start to build your expert status. You start to build a name for yourself in the market, because very quickly, your very first clients will start to get results and you will get confidence, and it's just going to get better from that time on. So, and another reason why we offer premium package is the value. When you are not worried about charging day by day or charging hourly, or whether your clients are going to show up or not, you can stop worrying about money and start worrying about value and results that your clients are going to get. And you can start, it's a subtle mindset, it's a subtle shift in your mindset, but when you make that shift, you are now thinking about your client and the end result and the value, and over, it just puts you in a place where it's a win-win. You are getting compensated for the value and the transformation you're going to give to your client, and your clients, when they follow and take action in the sequence that you're going to take them to, are going to get results. So what are the basic principles of designing a premium package? So it's a high level of investment in your business, right? It's the highest level of results for your clients. It starts with the result in mind. The ultimate result you provide is something big. It's something that's going to take more than a few sessions to achieve. It provides the most access to you. So over the course of your coaching career, obviously we're starting with signature programs and premium packages, but you might want to add on other elements and other services that you want to provide. But usually your premium package, your premium signature package is the same thing, right? I'll use those terms interchangeably. Those would give more access to you. So they can last anywhere from 8 weeks to 12 months. And it's just a way of replacing a handful of ad hoc one-on-one sessions. So again, if you were to have a client who you didn't enroll in a package has a start date and an end date. If you didn't enroll your client in a package, you could enroll them in, say, 8 sessions. But then they could feel free to take session 1 in June, session 2 in July, session 3 months later, and then they go over, they have a long pause and they call you 6 months later and like, oh, can I still complete my, you're not going to have enough time to create the results they're looking for, and it's more likely to lead to clients feeling dissatisfied. So if you create a package, then instead of having ad hoc, which is, can happen at any time, that's what ad hoc means. Instead of having ad hoc one-on-one sessions, you have something with a definite start and end date, definite sequence that everybody's following, and it leads to the desired results that the client is looking for. So why are premium packages great? Why are they great for you? Why are they great for your clients? They're great because it's easy to get started. Your clients can start up right away. Like I told you, my first client signed up, I think after my third was still doing research. Like, honestly, when she signed up, I was like, obviously I didn't say this to her over the phone, but afterwards I was thinking, I haven't signed up, and this is my third conversation. The second thing is you can enroll clients with no list. We're going to talk about list building several weeks down the line, but without a list, you can enroll clients into your premium program. It is highly profitable. I'm teaching all of you to design programs that are 2005 and above. If you can create a package that you want to sell for 3,000 or 5,000, kudos to you. I think that starting at 2,500, I don't recommend anybody goes below $2,000. So this is highly profitable, right? Because just by getting 1 or 2 or 3 clients, you are very quickly making more than, if not equal to, your current full-time salary. It builds your position as a credible expert. Again, this is easy to achieve because your clients will get results, and there's a start and an end date. And you know that if your clients follow your system, in 8 weeks' time, you think that a certain number of your clients are going to get results. And so that's going to help to give you credibility as an expert. It's also designed to give your clients a big result, right? So you've designed it with the end in mind. Your clients are more committed, and therefore they're more enjoyable to work with, and they aspire for big results. Then I think the biggest benefit really is that it's more fun to serve a small select group of very highly committed, motivated clients who are willing to step up and invest in achieving extraordinary results. What does that mean? Like those were a lot of words. That just basically means that when you have a package and you enroll clients, and especially in a leveraged, I'm going to talk about the 2 types of packages that I want you guys to design. Leveraged one-on-one or group package. It's a very small group of people. You don't need a lot of people to make a great income, right? If you're offering 2,500 or 3,500 or 5,000, even one client is enough to give you a really good income. So you're only working with a small number of people, but everybody who commits at that high level, it's a lot of money to spend. So they're going to sit down, they're going to do the work, they're going to take action, and of course, if they take action, they will get results. So that's going to be beneficial for you, but it's also going to be beneficial for them. So I'm moving on to point 5, which is the key premium mindset. I don't want you guys to be afraid that nobody is going to pay for this, because believe it or not, 10 or 20% of your ideal clients will want a higher level of service and the results that you're offering. And that means that if, for example, you're targeting moms, like I am, targeting working moms who want to switch out of their 9-to-5 and start creating something that gives them flexibility to work from home, do what they love, make a lot of money, everything, right? There's going to be 10 to 20%, sometimes even more, depending on how targeted your pain point is, like how well you've done with identifying your niche. But let's just say, to be conservative, 10 to 20% of people you speak to are going to want to buy your program at that level, at that price, because of the results that you're going to offer to them. And like I said, in a high-end program, because of the price point, you don't need a lot of clients. So let's say you're having 5 conversations throughout the week, right? Your conversations are 45 minutes, 45 minutes to an hour. And that means that you might have 20 over the course of a month. if you only get 2 of the 20 saying yes to you, that's 10%. And if your package is $3,005, you've just made $7,000. So if you get 20%, that's 4 of them, and you've just made $14,000. Do you see? Like, just 10% of the people you spoke to, you saying yes to you, represents such a significant change in your own lifestyle. And that's how this is so powerful. And really, every business has the opportunity to offer a premium package, right? There are people who go to Walmart to buy a cheap handbag, and then there are people who also need a handbag, same size, can carry the same amount of things, and they'll buy a Coach bag. So who do you want to serve? And I was saying this to one of my clients before, that honestly, I think if we are heart-centered entrepreneurs, meaning, and especially moms, this is who we are. We love to give, we love to share. We are, we're the ones who cry when we watch an emotional movie, and you want to be able to make a difference in the world. You can make a bigger difference if you're earning a great amount of money. You take that money for giving value to your clients, and you turn around and give it to charity, or you turn around and you can enroll somebody who can't afford your higher end program because it's a gift and because you can afford to, right? So it's something that I highly encourage for all of you, and I'm really excited to go on this journey with you. So let's quickly talk about the 3 mistakes to avoid. I'm going to teach you the leveraged one-on-one, and I'm going to teach you the group program. If you, as you speak to clients, your very first clients, when you say yes, I'm going to teach you to start working with them depending on their need, right? You can start working with them right away and offer a leveraged one-on-one. Then as you enroll more clients and you get more clients, you can either, what's the word I want to use? You can either ask your one-on-one clients to join the group, or you can continue on the one-on-one leverage with, your first handful of clients and then create group next. Or you can tell everybody that you have a group program that's starting on X dates, maybe in 2 or 3 weeks time, so that everybody you enroll is not starting right away. They're all going to wait and start on X date. So whether you get 1 or 2, it's a group program. You start on that X date and you deliver it. So the 3 mistakes to avoid is don't offer one-on-one services at a much lower investment level, right? So we've set your prices, we've created your programs, they give the value. I would encourage you to stick to the prices and not to offer one-on-one services at a much lower investment level. It will be tempting to do that, but I would encourage you, I'll show you how to enroll clients so that you don't have difficulty getting clients to say yes to you, and that shouldn't really be a problem, but try to avoid that mistake. The other thing as you're going to go through designing is putting too much into your premium package, right? It's going to overwhelm you as you try to deliver, and it's going to overwhelm your client, so you don't want to do that. And this next one is not going to be much of a problem because we're not offering lower levels. But let's just say further down the line, you have your group program at 5,000 and you create maybe an online course or something that still has one-on-one elements, but it's a much lower level offering. You don't want to over-deliver at that price point, right? At this point, you are setting yourself up as an expert. Your time is highly valuable, and you want to be very careful how much access you give to your clients at a lower price level. Even though you might think you're being helpful, you're actually devaluing yourself.